Aquas, hello, hello, my loves. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. The sun is kind of hitting the rocks right now, so you can't even see it, but I was trying to set it up so it'd be a little bit prettier. Aquas, y'all, we have the tear, the orphan, and the temple. The ocean, the heart, and the thread. Gnosis, and the river. Whew. Aquas. I mean, with love, the fear of missing out, you guys are very much of the people, you know, and when you're of the people, you want to know what the people are doing. You don't want to miss out on what's happening around you, right? And I feel like there was this sense of missing out that was, I think, sending you in a direction energetically of one that was operating from a fear of missing out, operating from a fear of abandonment, operating from a fear of loss. And I almost feel like that fear of missing out on that sense of community almost made you miss out on something else. And you having an understanding of like where that, like, what is it that I'm afraid of missing out on? Because I mean, you can exist in a state of like that FOMO and bounce and bounce and bounce, right? Which isn't a bad thing because you're figuring out like, okay, well maybe I'm not afraid of missing out on that after all. On to the next, I'll figure it out. It's a manner in which we can understand ourselves. It's not the most positive thing, but it's not negative either. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like it's just a way of operating is all. Um, but I feel like there was a sense of genuinely feeling like you're missing out on something. So I don't know if it's something that you've experienced before that would align with a lot of your previous reads, but obviously these are general reads. And yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest. You can be dealing with somebody in this energy or in this energy yourself. Um, but there is this sense of like a fear of missing out, but behaving in a way that you were operating from that fear. And then when you were operating from that fear, you realized that it wasn't the thing that you wanted to do. It was the fear of not saying that you had done it too. And it's like, well, why am I spending all of my time doing all these things so that I can say that I was there for that when really what I want to be doing is this? It's like a more conscious version of self awareness through the means of FOMO. Deeper inner knowing, cyclical learning. I feel like that's the knowing and that's the cycle. But like through this cycle, you're figuring out what it is that what it is that you really want, what it is that your heart really desires, what it is that brings you balance. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Aquas. Let's do some clarifiers. Let's see what we get. Okay. Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Truth, Sun, and the Queen of Wands. Well, I feel like my aquas are going on a trip. Some people are just traveling around for a while. Um, but I mean, the idea would be basically that you're going on a trip to relay a message. That's kind of like a call to action. Um, so maybe whatever this thing is, like there was this point of separation, and there's this idea of like going and seeing this person. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys have Libra in your chart, or you're dealing with a Libra, because this feels very like aligned with that one. But it's the idea that you realize that there's something that you really want, something that you really want to I feel like focus your energy on and direct your attention to, because you were operating from a fear of missing out, but you realize what you were ultimately doing is causing yourself to miss out on the thing that you actually wanted to do, because what you were doing, you were just doing because everybody else was doing it. However that plays out for you as an individual, because that's a really big energy, you know? But whatever it is that you were actually missing out on, ultimately, I think is what you're going for. And I feel like there's just a lightness to that truth. You know, I feel like there's a skip in your step. Aquas, I love you guys. Well, because I do think that it's something a little bit different. It's something different than what you had been doing. And I feel like you had been saying, I don't know, somebody here, there was this idea of, well, what if we tried this? 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 And you had all these really great ideas. And it was like nobody was listening to your ideas. And like there was like this one person or this one group or whatever that was actually listening to you, but like they weren't the scene. And you were like, I'm going to be in the scene. And you know, like where all the people are. So I'm going to sit on these ideas. I'm going to sit on these ideas. And I feel like you sat on those ideas. You sat on this person. This person was like, well, I can do something with this. So I'm going to go do something with this. And you do you in your scene, you know? And I think all of those ideas that you had presented to these people or this person, I don't know how it will play out for you, but I feel like all those ideas that you had presented, there's like a bridge here of this cycle of this, you know, like this recognition of this fear of missing out and how it fuels your decision making, that I think is, you know, again, redirecting you and connecting you to what it is, you know, that suits those ideas. Because it's going to be out of the box. You know what I mean? But that's what Aquarians love. They love being just different enough. just a little. Aquas. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. Well, this new beginning, something that you have, you know, wanted to work on, ideas that you've had, but you've just felt like you haven't been able to do anything with them. I think you're finally going to be able to start doing something with them. I'm really excited for you, Aquas. I don't know how this shift occurs for you, but it's there. And when it's there, there just feels like a level of self-awareness. And, you know, just like I don't know, you can just like, the energy feels more solid and confident and confident, because you feel like, I don't need everyone's approval right now. I'm going to, you know, like they're going to be asking for my approval, and the tables are about to turn. And I feel like it's because you're not operating from a fear of missing out. However that plays out for you, Aquas. I mean, this is such a good feel though, you know? Like it's light. I feel light. Ready. Yeah, for sure. King of Pentacles. Well, because I think that like what you're doing is just different enough. Do with that what you will. But it's just different enough. But I feel like all those ideas, all those things, like, they're going to work. And I love that for you. This Starborn, yes. well, one, Aquarians are the star card. So I always associate the star form with aquas, but it's just different enough. And you've been sitting on these, you've been fermenting these ideas, you've been doing all of these things. And it's like once you step out, instead of losing your identity in the crowd is going to actually be able to, I think. I feel like my aquas are going to be able to offer what it is that they were, I think, intending to offer, but wasn't backed with the right direction and the right focus. Because Aquarians are for the people, like of the people, the humanitarian sign. And you're also natural leaders. And so I feel like, you thought that your natural leadership would just carry the weight, but it didn't. And I feel like whatever it is, like, that you're going, the direction that you're going in, that you kept having to, like, let go of, because, like, whoever it was that you were dealing with was like, no, 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 no. Now you're connecting with somebody where you can really do those things, and it's going to be just different enough that you're going to experience success like I think you wanted to experience with the other direction, but it wasn't the right direction for you. It wasn't the right fit. um but that's changing, because what has shifted within you is your motivation, and your motivation was a fear of missing out on the collective. um but I just feel like if you build it, they will come. Aquas. I love it. I love it. If this does resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and sharing your energy with me. And yeah, I will see y'all again soon. Bye.